Hate me, don't you?
Tune in to Kons podcast.
Collect the beats. You hate me, don't you? You hate me, don't you?
It was an avalanche, you know what I mean? An avalanche out in Lake Tahoe, unalive 9 people. All the skiers ignored signs. It was just crazy that you would ignore signs and now you are unalive, buried in snow because you wanted to ignore the signs, all for a thrill. Ray J, you know what I'm saying? Ray J been in the news recently. You know what I'm saying? He came out with a health update, said that his heart is failing. You know what I mean? He said he just, you know what I mean? Because you got to remember is people that's going through the same thing that you are, you know what I mean, that might have similar heart conditions, might have got the same. Drake been out here dropping clues, you know what I mean, on when the Iceman album is coming. A lot of his fans are speculating they can't wait for that album, you know what I mean, which is all cool, fine and dandy, you know what I mean, just drop the album. I mean, damn all them clues, you know what I'm saying, just release it, you know what I'm saying. Lamelo Ball was involved in an accident where his Hummer smashed into a Kia going through an intersection. The whole wheel of his Hummer came off. A millionaire. I guess you can do these things without it being against the law, because that is definitely breaking the law, you know what I mean. You were involved in an accident and you dipped from the scene. Yeah, what is going on, what's happening, you know what I'm saying. It is episode 363. You know what I mean? Episode 363 today. You know, it is a good Thursday. You know what I'm saying? It's February 19th, 2:33 in the afternoon. You know what I'm saying? I hope everybody's doing cool. You know what I mean? On this good Thursday, it's the pre-weekend before the weekend. You know what I'm saying? I hope all y'all's having a cool week at your work week or whatever it is that y'all doing during the week. I hope you having a good one, productive. You know what I'm saying? I hope it ain't too busy for you, but it's almost coming to an end. You know what I mean? We got one more day left in this week. You feel me? Before that weekend come. You know what I'm saying? So I hope everybody have a good week. I hope you well worth this weekend to kick your feet up. You know what I mean? Episode 363 today, you know what I'm saying? Got a couple little topics for you. You know what I mean? A couple things we're going to go over, things that you might have seen on your computer screens. You know what I mean? And this your first episode, you know what I'm saying? It's where we go over the news, go over headlines, go over updates, go over headlines that may have been in your optical whenever you first logged on to your computer, whether your homepage is MSNBC News, Yahoo News, Hip Hop DX, whatever it is that you get your source of headlines from, or you know, wherever you seen a headline and probably touching on one or two or three of them right here on Kons Podcast, you know what I mean? So hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and let me keep you updated on this wicked world, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know what I mean? On this good Thursday, February 19th, you know what I'm saying? We're going to go over these few little topics, you know what I mean? We're going to touch on this avalanche that happened in Lake Tahoe, you know what I'm saying? Unaliving a few people. We're going to touch on Ray J, you know what I mean? His recent health condition, and also Drake hinted at when his new album is coming, and also we're going to touch on Lamelo Ball, how he was involved in a bad accident and bounced from the same. That's what we're going to be touching on today for episode 363. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But before we get started, you know what I mean? Go on and hit the like button, you know what I'm saying? If you like this content, you know what I mean? And go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and do that right now before we jump into these topics and get into this episode. You know what I mean? I'm going to definitely hit you with a little video, a little insert in this video to remind you, you know what I mean, to subscribe, hit that like button and all that good stuff. You feel me? I'll definitely remind you, you know what I mean? But without no more further ado, without no more chit chat, banter, let's jump right into these topics, you know what I'm saying? So it was an avalanche, you know what I mean? An avalanche out in Lake Tahoe, unalive 9 people. All the skiers ignored signs. They went skiing on what they called a backcountry, you know what I'm saying, or a back ski or whatever. It was just, it's just a remote location that there is no guidance, there's nobody watching over you, or none of that. It's at your own risk type deal, you know what I mean? They had a bunch of signs around saying that avalanches was definitely prominent to happen. happen. You know what I mean? And they ignored those signs. They said it was like a 90% chance of avalanches happening. And these skiers ignored them signs and got hit with the avalanche. And it unalived at least they say 9 people. Rescue crews having a difficult time trying to find people or send people due to the extreme snow conditions. It's hard to even maneuver in the way that it was snowing out there. You know what I mean? Some skiers have beacons that send a signal up to the rescue helicopter, but rescue helicopters can't even be sent to the scene because the weather is just that bad. You know what I mean? So they found people who was already unalived, and they are presumed that the rest that they are trying to find is also unalived. You know what I mean? They're currently looking for, I believe, the last person. They're currently looking for the last person. I think it's like 1 or 2 people left that they can't find that came with this crew of skiers. You know what I mean? So the next clips you're gonna see is just news reports on this and different people and more on this subject matter on this avalanche that hit Lake Tahoe. Check these clips out.
People were rescued near Castle Peak, which is off I-80, not far from Truckee. NBC4's Robert Kovacic in the newsroom with more on the search. Robert?
Colleen, now while they have reached 6 people, 9 people are still unaccounted for. That 9 is just been updated. We initially thought it was 10, but they are dealing with blizzard conditions in this area near Truckee on the way to Tahoe. As you take a look at a map, these skiers were on their way back from a 3-day trip when that avalanche struck. The sheriff's office in touch with survivors through an emergency satellite messaging service, but they were stranded for almost 10 hours. Slow going, the sheriff's department explains, because you're hesitant to send snowmobiles that could trigger additional slides in these conditions. In the dark of night, a whiteout. Caltrans cameras on I-80 near Soda Springs and Castle Peak, giving you an idea of what everyone involved is up against, the missing and those trying to find them. This Nevada County Sheriff's Department video showed the first group of searchers setting out to rescue those missing skiers. They had been in communication with the 6 who escaped the avalanche since late this morning. They had the 6 successfully out. Blackbird Mountain Guides reported just after 11:30 this morning that 12 clients and 4 guides were returning to the trailhead when the avalanche occurred, and 10 skiers are still unaccounted for. A member of the Bay Area Search and Rescue Unit questions why anyone was skiing in that area because there were avalanche warnings already posted. That avalanche warning remains in effect tonight, and more large avalanches are expected to occur, according to the Sierra Avalanche Center. And the rescuers and the survivors are right now in the middle of that avalanche danger.
Rescuers are in a breakneck effort to try to avert what could be one of the worst avalanche disasters in decades. Now, officials tell me at this point, those skiers aren't missing. They are believed to be buried in the snow, but with the snow still coming down, with the present threat of avalanches, with near whiteout conditions, just getting rescuers and searchers here is a monumental challenge.
Frantic rescue efforts continue this morning for 9 skiers who officials believe are still trapped, buried in an avalanche in a backcountry ski area. The Nevada County Sheriff's Office says they were part of a group of 15 skiers and guides who were on a trip in the Castle Peak area near Lake Tahoe. It's known for its deep snow, rugged terrain, has no trails, and no ski patrol.
It took us several hours to even get resources deployed.
Search and rescue teams are battling dangerous conditions with wind gusts up to 40 miles per hour and the risk of another avalanche, quote, high.
The area is very tough to access, and the more people that we have up there, the higher chance of another incident happening.
Overnight crews were able to reach 6 of the 15 skiers who'd survived the avalanche. They had been told to shelter in place and waited for hours for rescuers to arrive.
An official I spoke to overnight said that they've had no sign of life so far from those skiers. Now, some of them, we are told, have those emergency ski beacons on them, those avalanche beacons, and California Highway Patrol has helicopters that are fitted with receivers for those beacons. The problem is, in this weather, they simply cannot.
That were on this guided trip. They were 9 women and 6 men. We were able to rescue 1 man and 5 women. So the survivors ranging in ages from 30 to 55 years of age. 8 of the 9 additional skiers have been located deceased. We are still looking for one of the members at this time. They were able to locate the 6 survivors. They were sheltered. They had some equipment with them trying to not only stay warm, but they had medical issues as well. They had themselves already started, looking for their teammates and their clients that were missing in the avalanche. They were able to locate 3 deceased at the time when they were waiting for us to get there to help rescue them. Due to the ongoing challenges of the weather, the avalanche conditions, the effort remains ongoing, as well as our search for the remaining skier, but the weather is a factor. It's not a resource issue as we speak. It is a weather condition and safety condition for our response team.
That was news clips and all that, letting you know, even the commissioner, the police chief, whoever she was, letting you know about the details on the people that they are trying to find in the extreme weather conditions, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, this is wild, you know what I mean? Especially being that they ignored the signs, you know what I'm saying? There was all kind of signs. This is one of them remote locations, you know what I mean? That ain't nobody watching over it, that don't have like a guard on duty or somebody to help you or none of that, you know what I mean? This is enter at your own risk type deal. So it's just crazy that you would ignore signs and now you are unalive, buried in snow because you wanted to ignore the signs, all for a thrill. Was it worth it? You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't ignore the signs saying that it was possibly an avalanche and I'm looking to go skiing down a mountain. You know what I mean? If it was signs saying that it was 90% chance of being an avalanche, you know what I'm saying? My black ass would have definitely kept it on moving, you know what I mean? I'm not looking for a thrill that much to where I'm gonna risk my life for that thrill, you know what I mean? Ray J, you know what I'm saying? Ray J been in the news recently. You know what I'm saying? He came out with a health update, said that his heart is failing, you know what I mean? He said he just had a few months to live and probably won't even make it to see 2027. You know what I mean? This is due to some type of heart failure. He was seen performing on stage with what appeared to be blood, as if he was crying blood in this clip right here. Check it out.
Don't you?
So that was him with the tears coming out of his eyes. It looked like blood coming out of his eyes, but I believe later on that he said that this was fake. You're going to see in the clips, you know what I mean, that he definitely kind of staged that. Hitmaker went on Club Shay Shay, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people was not taking him serious, not taking Ray J serious, whether he said he was for real or not. Some people just wasn't really taking him serious. We all know how Ray J is such a big troll. So Hitmaker went on Club Shay Shay, and you know, he pretty close to Ray J, as he said, and he asked what he felt about Ray J putting out this information about him having a bad heart in his health update. And this is what Hitmaker had to say when he was asked this. Check it out.
Ray J said that his heart is only functioning at 25%, and he doesn't have much time. He say, I think I read where he said 2027, he definitely gonna be out of here. When you hear stuff like that, it's hard. Don't tell me you finna call Ray J.
I would love to, yeah. But look, man, I'm gonna show you what I said, because you know I can't. I gotta be. Look at my last text to him.
Okay, I'm done.
All the way at the bottom, the last thing I said.
You trolling.
Yeah, with the question mark. I don't know what you doing. You trolling, gang? Like, what's up? Are you trolling?
Yeah, okay, I'm done. Crash Out campaign is officially a wrap after today. Just one more. After today, it's over. You at 1:40 p.m. You trolling?
Yeah, bro. That's really my brother, Shay. So it's like, I don't know. But I mean, if that is the case, like, man, I don't like it, and I'm gonna be right there for him, whatever I can do, because he changed my life. That's a 10 million seller.
Hitmaker, what he had to say, you know what I mean? You heard him in the clips, asked him and text him, you know what I mean? Are you trolling or no? You know what I'm saying? But then Ray J also put out this live video, him showing a bunch of different medications that he got to take for his heart, and said he would never play with health issues or troll it. You know what I mean? This is something that's very serious, as he was saying. You'll see in the live stream video, you'll see in the clips. You feel me? So the next clips is just going to be clips pertaining to this Ray J situation, and also you're going to see the video of him alleging that the fake. Blood was fake. His photographer was sitting right there laughing at the deal. And also, you're going to see the video of his live stream where he talked to y'all about 3 minutes and showed the medications and all that. You know what I mean? Check these clips out on Ray J.
Look at this nigga sick. Damn, nigga, I'm getting better. Bro, laugh at me being sick is not okay. You don't laugh. I do not laugh. You said this nigga's sick. Ha ha ha. That's not fair. You're okay. We're okay. Yeah, we're okay. That's what I'm saying. Like, don't do that. Well, hey, y'all, we perfectly fine. Ain't nobody say, look at me. I'm fine, y'all. Alright, fuck off. Look at this nigga sick. Damn, nigga, I'm getting better. Bro, laugh at me being sick is not okay. You don't laugh. I do not laugh. You said this nigga's sick. Ha ha ha. That's not fair. You're okay. We're okay. Yeah, we're okay. That's what I'm saying. Like, don't do that. Well, hey, y'all, we perfectly fine. Ain't nobody say, look at me. I'm fine, y'all. Alright, fuck off.
27 is definitely a rap. No, fuck the doctor. No, don't say that. Because when you say that, you're confirming what No, that's what they said. I don't No, I fuck my shit up real bad. I'm on like 4 or 5 bottles a day, 10 Addies. I'm like, ain't nothing happening to me. Fuck it, I'm indestructible. Like a heart only beating like 25%. But when I said that yesterday, I'm like, my heart it's only beating like 25%, but your heart only beats 60%. Period. So my shit only beating halfway, but my heart up on the right side right here. It's like black. It's like done. Bringing me coconut water and telling me I gotta go to Haiti and do some voodoo, which I think I'm going to Haiti, cause I think Haiti and my Haitian they got the cure. So I'm going to Haiti like in like 2 weeks, and I'ma stream it. I'ma do everything, but I thought I was a big. So I'm like, I can handle all the alcohol, like I handle all the drugs, I can handle everything, but I couldn't. My shit fucked up, and it curved my time here. I put all my money in my kids' trust, so they gaining 15% interest every million I put in there. Appreciate the love, appreciate the support. Again, I've never really went live on Facebook, but I like Facebook. It's just a different world. I think it caters more to the people that are calling my people and asking if am I really sick? Is this really happening? And one thing I want to make clear is that like I know how to go viral, you know what I'm saying? But playing like you sick and playing with health is something that I think anybody who does, who understands the game knows that's a no-win, you know what I mean? And it's like, I don't want anybody to feel sorry for me. I don't want whatever it's called, empathy or whatever. That doesn't do it. I'm off of, look, I'm gonna show you. Can I flip this around? Thank you, I appreciate it. So these are all the pills I gotta take right now for my heart. Every day, you know what I'm saying? And I'm good. Like, I don't want people to think I'm playing with niggas and doing that, you know what I'm saying? And everybody that's praying for me, I appreciate it. And it's nothing but love, you know what I'm saying? I just don't want people to think that I'm playing around with people, because it's just, I just think that that's just not okay. It would be, to me, it would just be, it'll just be insensitive, and it's almost a sin to do that. So I'm just letting you know, everybody goes through stuff, but what I'm not gonna do is play around and pretend like, you know what I'm saying, some shit is going on and it's not. And that's I just want to clear that up, because it's just important that if you saying like, yo, I'm praying for you, and I appreciate it, and that means something, so I wouldn't play with you like that. And that's it, you know what I mean? I don't know what else to really say.
You know what I'm saying? That was Ray J, you know what I mean? Ray J in the streams, you know what I'm saying? Letting you know that this is something that's for real, showing you about 8 different bottles of medication that he got to take every day for his heart, you know what I'm saying? Now, I don't know why he would troll with this, you know what I'm saying? But we know Ray J is definitely a troll. He has trolled before, you know what I mean? But I don't think he would troll about nothing this serious. Hopefully he won't, you know what I mean? Because you got to remember, is people that's going through the same thing that you are, you know what I mean, that might have similar heart conditions, might have got the same terminal news that you got, you know what I mean? It ain't really a laughing matter. So I hope that you're not trolling with this, you know what I'm saying? I hope that fans is legit concerned, and rightfully to be so, you know what I mean? Being that you are not faking this, you know what I mean? I would hope that you're not, because that would be a bad look for you, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man, this internet stuff is crazy. A lot of people look at this internet stuff like it's some type of drug, like they just fiend for this weird type of attention from likes and clicks and views and all that, you know what I mean? So people troll and do whatever to troll, you know what I'm saying? We had Whack 100 troll everybody thinking that Mike Tyson hit him, you know what I'm saying? Even showed medicine and all that he was taking for some type of massive headache that he had claimed, and it was all play is what he called it, you know what I mean? A bunch of BS, you know what I'm saying? So you really don't know what's going on with these celebrities these days, if they are trolling or if they are not, especially if somebody who is trolls on the regular, you know what I mean? But let's hope that he ain't trolling with this, and we rightfully worried about Ray J, you know what I mean, without it being some type of sick, ill-minded joke. Drake, you know what I'm saying? Drake out here dropping clues, you know what I mean, on when the Iceman album is coming. A lot of his fans are speculating and can't wait for that album, you know what I mean? Believed to be March 6th as he drops several hints, you know what I mean? Fans is dissecting all the little hints that he's been dropping. You're going to see in the clips that I'm going to show you. Academics had leaked this little clip right here of previewing some bars by Drake in this clip. This is Academics leaking some bars from the Drake album. Check it out.
Hold on. Just that one part.
I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
You know what? Don't call me no greatest.
I don't know.
Saying all great makes that an understatement. Fuck them haters, double agents. Even my label gave them 15 years of my soul.
What I just played, if Drake had sent it to me, you never. But we didn't get it. It's the same thing that happened with that. What's the name of that song with it was with Yachty, the Super Soak song? If Drake had sent it to me like, yo, you fuck with this? Never played. Bro, the way I got that, and I got the music video. I remember Drake DM'd me, he was like, yo, bro, how'd you get it? And I was just like, I'm not gonna give up my source, but I could tell you it's nothing because you're because he thought he was hacked. I'm like, it's not because you're hacked. Like, you know, it's just some people, it's like, you know, there's a couple other people that would be in the mix. I got it through that.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, all right. He wasn't tripping that I got it. He just wanted to make sure somebody wasn't in his email or something like that. I'm like, yeah. So, your fruit jams in the
heard, you know what I'm saying? That was a few quick little sample, little snippet of some bars that Academics leaked. It's supposed to be from his new album. You know what I mean? He said Drake hit him and said he didn't even know where he got that from, but please don't leak the album. You know what I mean? And I ain't gonna lie, it sound alright, sound cool. You know what I'm saying? It sound kind of dope. I wonder what he gonna dress. You know what I mean? If he gonna still keep this Kendrick stuff going, I don't know why you would, but yeah, I mean, I'm interested to hear it though. You know what I'm saying? I'm interested to hear it. But yeah, it sounds kind of fire. The next clip you're gonna hear a fan break down more on this album releasing and why they think that is coming soon, and all the little hints and little subtle little things that he been dropping, I guess, on his Instagram. You know what I'm saying? I don't be checking for Drake or following Drake and what he posts. You know what I mean? So I didn't see any of these posts that they're gonna be mentioning to you in these clips. You know what I mean? But the next clips you're gonna see is just a breakdown from fans on this album being released and his upcoming album and when it's going to be released. They think it's going to be March 6th for that Iceman album. Before we go into these clips, you know what I mean? Here go a quick little insert of me letting you know, like I said, I was going to remind you to hit that like and subscribe button. You know what I mean? So here go a little insert of me reminding you of that. Check this out before we go into the clips. Yo, what's happening? If you enjoying this content and you enjoying this constant motherfucking content that Kons podcast is bringing, then go on and hit that subscribe button. You know what I mean? Go on and do that in the middle of this video, in the middle of me adding. Go on and do that right now. You feel me? Hit that subscribe button right now.
Not a drill. Drake has just confirmed the release date of Iceman episode 4 along with the album. A few moments ago, a Twitter user ended up revealing a massive theory which seemingly confirms as to when Drake is going to be dropping his brand new album Iceman along with dropping episode 4 of the project. Now, this theory started a few months ago when Drake ended up cryptically posting to his Instagram in the beginning of 2026 of this red horse that looks to be set on fire. Now, that isn't just some random image of a horse because that is actually a zodiac sign from the Chinese New Year back in 2018. And when you actually search up what does the year of the horse mean in Chinese, you can actually see that it basically means that 2026 is going to be a year in which events unfold rapidly. Along with that, it also then says the horse is reversed in Chinese culture due to its long-standing roles in agriculture, transport, and warfare. And then just today, Drake posted a cryptic video on his Instagram story of a video of him years ago walking outside of a hotel with the caption saying, "Oh, it's freezing," and he ended up reposting that to his Instagram with then a new caption saying, "Oh, about to be." And then things come back full circle because with Drake hinting that Iceman was about to come, when you search up what does February 17th mean in Chinese culture, it ends up revealing that that is the start of the Chinese year of the horse, and that is when people start to look into the stars for hints about what's in store for the months to come. Then when you piece everything together, this would have to mean that Drake's brand new album Iceman should be dropping within the next few weeks, and then Iceman episode 4 dropping in the next few days. So what do you guys about the entire situation? Do you guys think this is all a coincidence, or do you guys think that Drake is slowly planning on this brand new album Iceman dropping very soon? Let me know.
Out in the six, I'm a national treasure. The niggas that bad me gon' bad me forever. R.I.P. Kobe, but y'all niggas brokey. That's probably why y'all be shacking together like Capo and Lita got habits together.
You know what I mean? That was clips letting you know that they are definitely expecting that this album to be March 6th for its release date. You know what I mean? A lot of people was going into it, taking deep dives into his Instagrams and all that. As you seen in the clip, dude was breaking it down about the red dragon, the fiery horse or whatever that was, you know what I mean? And relating that to the Chinese New Year and all that, which is all cool and fine and dandy, you know what I mean? Just drop the album. I mean, damn all them clues, you know what I'm saying? Just release it. You know what I'm saying? But hey, man, you know what I mean? I guess anticipation is marketing, you know what I mean? Building up for the album. I don't know, you know what I mean? But hey, I'm gonna definitely give it a listen when it dropped though. You know what I'm saying? March 6th. I'm gonna definitely look forward and give it a little listen. See if I like some songs off of that album, you know what I mean? Lamelo Ball was involved in an accident where his Hummer smashed into a Kia going through an intersection. The whole wheel of his Hummer came off and rolled on the sidewalk. Lamelo can be seen exiting out of that Hummer and getting into a Urus, which is a SUV version Lamborghini, you know what I mean? He hopped in that and then bounced from the scene. The Kia driver had minor injuries, you know what I'm saying? Lamelo definitely appeared to have suffered none as we seen him hop out the Hummer and get into the Lambo and dip off from the scene, you know what I'm saying? The next little clips, you're going to see a little bit more footage of this accident and more clips and news reports on this accident that happened with Lamelo Ball. Check it out. Don't you?
You hate me, don't you?
Anything for the shot. He tried to get it before she came and missed it.
You hate me, don't you?
Point guard Lamelo Ball was not hurt following a two-car crash in Charlotte yesterday. Ball appeared to be driving through an intersection when his camouflage custom Hummer collided with a Kia. Witnesses saw the NBA player hop into a Lamborghini that pulled over after the crash. There's no information on the person in the other car. The Hornets are set to return from the All-Star break tonight against the Rockies. Or the Rockets, I should say. There's no official word on whether Ball will be playing.
You hate me, don't you?
So that was the aftermath from a pretty brutal car crash involving star hooper Lamelo Ball. In the original clip, you see Lamelo's custom Hummer smash into a Kia at the intersection, and the impact was clearly strong enough to send one of the tires from the Hummer flying. According to WSOC, one person suffered minor injuries, but Lamelo appeared to be unharmed and was seen quickly hopping into another vehicle. But honestly, I'm just glad that nobody else was injured in what seemed to be a pretty brutal crash.
You seen, you know what I mean? That was footage of the crash that you seen of him smacking into that Kia, and then you seen him dipping off, hopping in the Urus and dipping off from the scene. You know what I mean? I don't know why he chose to dip off from the scene. You know what I mean? That's something definitely that you don't want to do. But I guess if you a celebrity and you is a millionaire, I guess you would do these things without it being against the law, because that is definitely breaking the law. You know what I mean? You were involved in an accident and you dip from the scene. That definitely would be a hit and run, you feel me? Which I believe is a felony charge, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know what he was thinking with that, you know what I mean? Being that you're visibly on camera leaving from the scene after you just smacked into a car, you know what I mean? It appears to be like it might have been even your fault, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. This is a weird situation. Being that he just left from the scene, I think that him leaving from the scene makes it a weird situation, you know what I'm saying? Because why are you leaving? Why are you leaving from the scene? You just smacked into a car. Did you even check to see if the drivers were cool with a car that you smacked? Did you go see if they were all right? If anything needed anything, you know what I'm saying? It clearly looked like it was your fault. You know what I mean? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. They haven't looked further into it. I believe this is something that just happened in Charlotte. You know what I mean? Like this morning or something like that. So I don't know what's going on with that and him bouncing from the scene. But you know what I mean? You definitely look a little guilty doing that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? That's all I got for today, though. You know what I mean? Episode 363. You know what I'm saying? That's all I got for today. You know what I mean? Now, coming up is when we do this recap of what I just let you know. You know what I mean? In case you might have got distracted or something, or in case, let's say you got too loaded. You rolled up a blunt, a joint, or something before this, and by the time we came to this point, you was really loaded. Or let's say you pulled up some shots, had too much to drink, and you was a little drunk by the time this part of the episode came through. Or let's say you had some kids fighting or something in another room over who turn it was, playing Roblox or Minecraft, whatever the case may be. You had to go tend to that, and you missed some of this episode, you feel me? So in case you did that, this is everything that we just went over, you know what I mean? I just let you know that an avalanche in Lake Tahoe buried about 9 people, and it's hard finding rescue crews to go help and dig and find people because of the weather conditions is so bad, you know what I mean? Also let you know about Ray J and his health condition that he updated the world on, about him having a bad heart and him may not be able to make it to 2027. Also let you know about Drake hitting that, dropping this album March 6th, the Iceman album that we all been anticipating, you know what I mean? Also let you know about Lamelo Ball was involved in that crazy accident, smacking into a Kia, then dipping from the scene. That's everything I let you know today for episode 363. You know what I mean? Thank all y'all for tuning in. Thank all y'all for watching. You know what I'm saying? Because we all know you could have been doing anything that you wanted to do. You feel me? No matter who you was. You know what I mean? Whether you was a little brother, little sister, whether you was a niece, a nephew, a auntie, a uncle, whether you was a great grandma, a grandfather, whether you was a mother, a father, you could have been cousin Nunu, cousin Pete, cousin Man. You know what I'm saying? Cousin Shrooky, cousin Mookie. You know what I mean? Whoever you was. And if y'all got pets sitting there and your pet is right there with you while you watching Kons podcast, whether your pet is a cat, you have a pet dog, a pet squirrel, you have a pet hedgehog, you have a pet pig, a pet hyena, you have a pet hog, you know what I'm saying? You can have a pet alligator, a pet crocodile, you know what I mean? Coming out the swamp wanting to see Kons podcast, you know what I mean? Whoever your pet is, you feel me? Give them that good salute. Like you see that emoji scrolling up that screen, you know what I'm saying? Thank y'all for tuning in. The beat you hear creeping up was made by none other than Infectious, a beat collector beats, you know what I mean? Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for watching those. It's been episode 363. You know what I mean? I'll definitely see you on next episode. You know what I mean?
they don't know what the fuck they're doing. You understand that?